Hi, everybody. It's Tanya. I wanted to talk to you about setting goals. And a lot of people set goals and they don't accomplish them. It's the same as a New Year's resolution in my book. They don't get accomplished a lot of the time either. I set a goal. Sometimes I achieve it, sometimes I don't. But the things that I truly, truly want, I may fail once or twice, but then I usually find a way to get it. That's not a special thing. That's just stubborn. Pure stubborn. One of my better qualities. But when it comes to setting a goal, and I'm going to use the goal of, weight loss surgery as an example. I was told I would have to do a lot of things before I could have the weight loss surgery. I had to go to a nutritionist. I had to go to a counselor. I had to keep a food diary. Now, out of those three things, I don't know what would be the hardest for you, but the hardest for me was the food diary. Talk about grounding down and being totally honest, not with anybody else, but with yourself. That's the hardest part for me. I am grateful that I went through the counseling and saw the nutritionist. I had this portion size in my head that was double what an adult portion size should be. I could eat 2 to 3 plates of food in one sitting. I'm not kidding. And I'm not proud of it. But I had to do it. My mom asked me, she said, "Can I go into the counseling with you? I want to see what it's like. I want to see what's going on, And I told her, fine. I said, but don't be surprised if some of the things I talk about don't sound right, because they're not right up here. I'm not going to mince any words. I have mental illness. I have depression. And sometimes I don't think of things in the correct manner. Like I'm eating this to keep my body alive, to allow my body to repair itself and keep going and be healthy. I'm eating this because I'm sad and I need comfort. And I had to face how I became a comfort eater. And I had to look at Mom and say, "Mom, I'm sorry, but this is part of my problem. It's part of my sister's problem as well." We would come home from difficult days at school because she got teased for having a sister that was a cripple. Well, I got teased, made fun of, and tormented for being the cripple. And to comfort us, instead of talking, we would eat. My grandmother taught my mom, "You should clean your plate." So Mom would put servings on our plate and expect us to clean the plate. So I kind of got used to that. The bottom of my stomach was full of polyps. I had a hole in the top of my stomach. I had also a hole in the top of my stomach. And the bottom of my stomach was just really bad. They had to cut a lot more stomach off than they wanted to. I still struggle with food. I always will. But I knew that surgery would be difficult, but it would be best for me. So despite my fear, despite my not wanting to keep a food diary because I didn't want to be admitting to myself, I did it. And I let myself fail. That food diary thing was a cosmic fail for me. I would do it 1 or 2 days and then I would quit. I never completed a full week with the food diary. I couldn't do it. Part of me thinks it's because I didn't want to be honest with myself about what I was eating. Maybe I was ashamed. When you're setting a goal, no matter what that goal is, the first thing you got to realize is you can't put yourself 24/7 every single day to that goal. You'll burn out. You want to get your debts paid off? Budget yourself in a little fun money. Budget in something that will help you relieve stress. If helping you relieve stress is going to the movies, budget that in at least once a month. And put aside the budget money for the bills. But don't forget that it's okay to make mistakes. That's number one. Because all a mistake is a lesson that you're learning. Learning, not learned, learning. Mistakes are not bad things. They are lessons you are learning. So, first thing about a goal, be realistic. Be honest with your goal and budget yourself a mistake. Okay? Number 2, write out your goal. You need to see it on pen and paper. And a lot of people would type it out. I find it's easier if I physically write a list and post it up somewhere. This is tip number 2. Use what they call a vision board. Take that goal list and put it on your fridge, by your computer, where you're going to see it. And be specific. If you want a mansion, or if you see a certain house that you just love and you would love to own a house like that, cut a picture of that house out. Put that on your vision board so that you can see it along with that list. On your list, if you want to get your bills paid, make a list of things you're going to do once your bills are paid. And make that visible. And I know I started trying to give you a list. I give up on that. You know me, I'm not good with that. But make it a visible reminder, not just a mental one. Not just kept in your phone somewhere. Grab a pen, actually write it out. Cut out pictures. I don't know if you remember the show Glee, where she had the big gold star on that cork board and all this other stuff. That was a vision board. I don't want to go to Broadway, but I want to get out of debt. So I have saved pictures of houses that I would like to buy. I have written out a list of repairs that I would like to help fund on the place where I'm living now with my mom. Things I want to do for other people. And then every month I make sure I try to budget something for me. Because if I can budget something for me, I'm not going to feel detrimented and lose and quit trying to reach my goal. Now realize you're going to fall back on your goal. You're going to have a mistake once in a while. You just keep going. Don't yell at yourself. Don't call yourself names. Don't look at yourself in a bad way for it. Accept it and keep going forward. Even if you're saving money, I've got a money box. And even if all I'm doing is separating dimes and nickels and pennies to put in that money box for that day, and that's all I've got to contribute, that's my allowance in that money box. That's my mad cash. That's my failure moments that I allow myself. That's my spending money, my fun money. When I make a Walmart order, because my mom and I decided we're going to keep Walmart delivery, I try to include one thing for myself a month. Be that a new pair of leggings, because I just love leggings. Be that a music disc, CD, a game for the computer, a Nintendo game for my old classic, whatever. give myself something that I can do, and that's why I love the Nintendo. My nephew thinks I'm really smart because I'm good at Nintendo. He doesn't realize I have lots of decades of practice over on him because he's only 6. But that's fun. I can sit down with that classic Nintendo and play Mario against my 6-year-old nephew and have fun. You don't do that, you're not going to make your goal. Because you can't be serious all the time. Give yourself a reward to reach for after you get the goal. When you're writing out your list, I want you to read the goal. And then after you reach the goal, I want you to write down something you're going to do for you when you reach that goal to help you celebrate. I'm working on paying off my debts. I have got a raised garden bed with a greenhouse cover, and I have got that on my vision board. That will be my gift to me when I finish paying off my debts. That's something I really, really want because I love to garden, and it would make it a lot easier for me to garden if I didn't have to get down on hands and knees. So that's my reward when I finish paying off these last 3 debts. I have 3 left. That's it. 3. Get people to help you. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling like you can't do it, talk to somebody. They may have a tip that will help you reach your goal that you may not have thought of. My mom taught me that it's okay to fail. My mom taught me that I need to reward myself instead of always rewarding other people. That it's okay, that I'm not being selfish. And it's okay to start something and realize that's not right for you. If you're trying to find other ways to make money, such as that booth I had for my wreaths and stuff. Mom and I were talking about it, and I have a month still paid up after this month. I'm not due to pay until December 1st, but Friday we're taking it down. That was highly stressful for me. That's not right for me. It was too much, too stressful. I'm too nitpicky. I'm too feeling like people don't like my stuff. Feeling like I've been judged. And when I knew I had to stop was when my brain was going, well, maybe I should just give away everything in the craft room. That wouldn't be beneficial to my mind and my soul. So I'll keep giving away my wreaths. Or selling them what I can. It's not about the money anyway. Like Mom said, it doesn't cost that much. Goals can be accomplished. It took me 3 years and the help of almost a whole town, including my mother, to get my service dog Archer. 3 years. And it took about 4 years to get the weight loss surgery because my doctor wanted to try doctor-led weight loss and stuff before we applied for the weight loss surgery because my insurance required it. So instead of 1 year, I tried it for 2. And then it took a year to get through everything before I could have the surgery. The counseling and all that. 3 years. And you're saying, Tanya, I can't commit 3 years to a goal. Then it's not that important for you. If you want a goal that can be accomplished right away and you get that satisfaction, like I do when I'm sad and I eat ice cream, then you're not going to accomplish that big goal. Little goals, that's good. Big goals sometimes can take months days, years. I'm not saying all goals will take that long, but a lot of your big goals will. You can do it. Make your vision board. If you don't want to tell anybody that's what you're reaching for, then don't. I find it easier if I talk about my goals with someone, and they can help me see the realism of what I may need more help with, what I can and can't do. Like going to get Archer, I can't drive. That was a huge hurdle. My mom hates driving long distances, but she did it for me. Still thinking on the way down there that I didn't need a service dog. But after she met Archer, and she saw that first night that he was in the hotel with us, he woke me up during the middle of the night when I was having a nightmare. And Mom saw the day before I had woke up screaming. And she said I was wrong. And it wasn't about her being right or wrong. It was about, I can't drive. My mom can't stand to drive long distances. So that was a part of the goal that had to be figured out. After the 3 years of the money. After the money for the hotel, the food, the week-long stay down in Concordia. After all that, we still had to get there. Your goals may not be met overnight. Doesn't mean you can't accomplish them. And when you accomplish a goal, be proud of yourself. I like to keep a list of accomplished goals so that I can look back and say, yeah, I did do that. When I have days when I say, this didn't work out and I'm so bummed and so depressed and oh, woe is me. I'm human. I do say woe is me, I have days when it's, sorry, I'm moving my camera. I have days when it's good and days when it's not going to be so good. We all do. We're human. So incorporate that in your goals and admit this is not going to be easy, buying this house or having a child or getting married. Those are goals that are going to take time, or that brand new Mercedes. But it doesn't mean you can't have it. I hope this helped somebody. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down in the doodly-doo. Bye, guys.